the most thought-provoking hour of the day, dropping jewels and nuggets for the next 60 minutes. For us, by us. You're listening to the Hold Your Point podcast.
Yes, sir. This is the Hold Your Point podcast, man. Once again, welcome to another tantalizing Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? My name is Fortunato. We have DTH in the building. DTH, what's happening, bro?
What's going on, brothers? What's going on? Good to see y'all, man.
DJ, what it do?
And it's good to see you too, man. Hey, another day, another dollar.
Mike Brown, what's happening, bro?
Nothing much, bro. Nothing much. What's going on, people?
All right, and Mr. Leviathan,
What's going on?
Jacob's favorite son.
What's going
How we
on?
doing, bro?
Y'all? This your favorite son of Jacob here. Doing good, y'all.
I got it right this time. All right, man. Hey, man. Kind of. We working on it, man. We working on it. Hey, man. So I know it's been a little stretch, man. It's been a couple of weeks since we tapped in with everybody, man. We apologize. You know, things get a little, life gets a little moving. First quarter of the year, but we back, man. How was everybody's week, man? You know, last couple of weeks, how everybody been?
Woo! January's almost done already, man. That's tripping me out a little bit.
Yeah, what you had going on this week, bro?
I mean, just pretty much work, and trying to get a couple things out, trying to get a couple things done. Really, the last week of the month, last couple weeks of the month is always crazy. So, but hopefully, the rest of the year, just keep going well.
True, Mike. What the week look like, bro?
Marcus been red, man. Marcus been bleeding, man. So just waiting for everything to go the other way. That's how it is, though.
I hear that, boy.
Hold on for their life.
You see the economy in the markets, man. Everybody's pockets bleeding, so it is what it is. But it's gonna be turn around soon. So look out.
Things gonna be all right. I'm waiting for this bubble to pop. DTH, man, how the week been, bro?
It's been good, man. I'm blessed. Just a lot of stuff at work. It's a busy time of the year. It's the beginning of the year, but it's the end of our fiscal year. So it's like a lot of reporting and getting the budget ready for the new year. So it's just a lot of different stuff that you got to stay on top of. But it'll be over soon. Once we get to February and definitely March, things will be kind of back to normal. So I just can't wait for that.
True. And DJ, boy, I know you got a tan. You look like you got a little sunshine. You know, you been a little tropical, get a little breeze going. Where you been at, DJ?
Like more chilling.
That's funny. Nah, man, you know what I've been at, man. Dominican Republic, the place my wife's from. You know, I had a great time, but you know, as they say, there's no place like home. You know, very packed house. I'm not getting into the details of everything, but there's no place like home. But we just put it like that. Hey, it's crazy, man. Like these guys, more so at nighttime. They used to do it in the daytime a lot, but I heard like the president over there is kind of cracking down on everything. But like at night, nobody's stopping at red lights. Everybody, bro. I'm just like the red lights is optional there. It's so bad. You get cut off all the time. It don't matter. It be early morning. They wait till you get right there and then they cutting you off.
Did you drive?
Man, no, I ain't drive. I mean, no. I may have backed the car up out of the driveway real quick. So the dad.
You drive on the same side of the road?
Yeah. They drive on the same side. But man, they just it's bad, bro. They nobody got no patience. But yeah, I mean, you know, I ain't trying to just run on the negative tip, but I mean, outside of that, met a lot of more of our family, Johnson's family. You know, had some phenomenal, man. bro, it's crazy how sweet the fruits are over there, man, and the cheese is like orange. I was like, damn, why the cheese got an orange shade to it? But I mean, everything homegrown, ain't no genetically modified organisms or nothing
Like
crazy like
GMO.
that. Yeah, so yeah, man, it's always awesome to get out of your element and come back and thank God for them blessings. Once you come back, like, bro, hot water, bro. Yeah, so
Man, you
the
brought us
other?
back a souvenir.
That's what's up.
souvenir,
Yeah.
man. I got some pesos. If you want some pesos, I got about 50 pesos for you. What up?
Oh man.
How's the eye look?
That's
How's DR?
Yeah, look. How it look?
I mean, it depends what side of DR you on, honestly, bro.
What's that? They got it there.
Hey, we went to one part of DR, Rodney, but I said, Rodney, you cool? Because you know how Rodney be with hey man, what's up, man? Hey, you know how he be. That high energy guy. We went to this place. They call it campo, right? That means
Shout out
country.
to Roddy Rod.
Yeah, so we went to the campo. Bruh, I'm talking about horses running around. You'll see a car, and then the horse at nighttime too. They riding somewhere with the horse. It's crazy. But yeah, so over there is super country, bro. Presidente everywhere is the bear of that country. Yeah, it was just too many people, bro. But yeah. And then you get to the other side, you buy the water. Oh, everything's nice. Hey, can I get a mojito? Thank you. And then the place where her father lives is the country. So it's basically like I guess you could describe it as being like the New York of the country, where it's populated. They got Toyota dealerships, BMW, everything, food everywhere, pollo, rice, arroz, all sorts of restaurants and things like that. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was a good experience. Glad I went. The same day I got back, I started feeling a little sick. I'm like, Lord. But honestly, I think, I think it's, man, a lot of times we're not mindful of all the radiation that we take when we go like to the airport, bro. Going through those scanners and the airplane and all that stuff. So I'm thinking, like, I don't know, man, perhaps going through all that stuff, I don't know, just kind of got my system down. But yeah, man, everything's been cool. DR was good.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I got to get my flyer miles up this year, man. You got the head start. Hey, man.
Hey,
but hey, boy, this week, y'all already know man. Like I've been on this NFT hunt heavy, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay. Like I understand, everybody don't understand the space, but that's when it's gonna be profit because everybody don't understand. And it's interesting, man. Just looking at that market and how it's kind of unfolding, and how many people getting into the space. iOS or Apple about to get into the space, and Instagram, and there's so many different players that's moving into it. Charles Schwab, and so I mean, it's an interesting time to kind of just look at different pieces and kind of like how you can really invest for it.
In a brief synopsis, like how explain it to like the crowd who don't know what it is.
So like the short version of it is like it's a digital art gallery, right? So the artist who got the biggest buzz or the more traction has the more valuable art pieces for sale. That's literally how it goes. So, and it's limited edition. So usually they'll do like 6,000 pieces or 4,000 pieces, 7,000, something like that. And like the one that I bought, like I was testing the marketing because like the dude I know, put me on. Shout out to Drizzle, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he had put me on and was telling me like about the space. And there was one that I found called Teen 8 Gang. And they sold out in like less than 24 hours, 6,000 pieces, less than 24 hours. And the one I bought was like $170. So, it ranged in different price. And plus you got gas prices too, man, because everything is on the Azure space. And with Azure, like that computing time, you got to pay for it. So they trickle it down to everybody. But it's interesting, bro. Like, it's interesting for real. Definitely look into it, man.
That's what's up.
Just like I don't understand some of the Forex, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get there, but hey,
already.
I'm looking at GJ drop right now.
Looking at what?
For real though, man. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. I know a lot. I know a few things been happening in the sports, man. It's playoff time, football, man. You know what I'm saying? But first things first, man. I know y'all. I don't know if y'all seen with the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all ain't
Good
seen
riddance.
with the Cowboys?
No, what happened?
I saw it.
Good riddance.
Them boys fumbled the bag. Like they started off so good. Everybody thought like, oh, this was our year. We're gonna definitely blah blah blah. And it's like
And they say that every year.
last minute. But what's so bad was at the last minute, right? Last few seconds, the referee was trying to go run to the ball to reset the play, and he couldn't even get through. And they was trying to push. It was so disappointing.
And he was trying to blame the ref. Be like that's something you don't do every game. Like, stop the nonsense.
Right. Like they was
You
gonna do
couldn't get
when
it
they got
done. You couldn't do
They
it.
got-
And
Oh, that was last week. They did that.
Yeah.
I heard like the owner sounded off, but I didn't get the details of what happened, what transpired.
Yeah, boy. I think they got a curse over there in Dallas, man. You know, every year it's been like 20 something years.
Just like the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Y'all
Stephen
think
says
y'all
whatever will
seen
goes wrong.
y'all seen the Bucks game?
I missed it, man. I wanted to see Mr. Brady go out.
That was good game. Hey,
I don't know. It always looks like Atlanta all over again.
yeah,
At
that was a
first,
good game. The Rams almost let that thing slip away, man. But
Hey,
y'all think Brady retiring or he coming back?
Then it says it
I don't
depends
know,
on his family.
man.
Man, he's still got a lot
I
left in
think
the
he's
tank.
coming back. I think
He
coming
might come back one more time because I think he
he's
said
like-
before he was gonna wait till he get to like 45, and he's 44 now, so it's like one
He's
more
definitely
year.
coming
Second in MVP voting. Yeah, he's still up
He's not
there.
Are you
gonna-
sure he's
gonna
not
go out with a
45
loss
now?
like that.
He's 44.
Nah, he's not.
He's 44? Oh, okay.
I don't think it's an age thing though. I think it's more so is he still having fun? Because once you stop having fun with something,
But he don't want to go out with a loss like that.
huh?
Yeah, he's definitely not doing that.
He's not gonna go out with a loss like that. He gonna go out with a legacy. Like
He did say
I mean-
the wife want him to.
Right.
Yeah,
I heard he was talking on some podcasts, and he was talking about, I want to see my kids grow up and be there with them and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So it's like stuff he ain't talk about in the past.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
never
that's
saw
his,
these
it was
things.
his
What?
podcast. Shout out to Tom Brady podcast.
But it seemed like it's a lot that's about to come out. That's about to hit the fan with the Bucks organization too. So I don't know. That could have a whole lot to do with it, also, man. But
But
I mean,
nah,
yeah,
game of the weekend. Game of the weekend.
the Chiefs.
Chiefs and Bills.
100%.
Hey,
Hey, listen.
Can't just sleep on that.
Listen.
Oh man.
boy, that boy.
I went back and watched that thing because I missed. I had to stop watching like 50 seconds left in that fourth quarter, and I missed like 2 touchdowns, and I'm like, what the hell going on?
I'm home.
It was incredible, man. I mean, watching that thing live, you was like, yo, this is one of the best playoff games ever. Like you could tell,
That's
like the way the thing was going on, it was just like
It's
crazy.
Steph Curry in the football uniform. Like, real deal. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, yeah, he's dangerous.
Yeah, I felt bad for the Bills, man, because it's like that rule really should change.
They
The
should
way
change
that the
rule.
overtime is done, it don't make any kind of sense. The other team don't even get a chance to touch the
Although-
ball.
Although defense
This is like
matters
a
a
team.
lot in football.
Exactly.
Like I said,
Exactly.
a lot more than
It's-
basketball. Defense
Yeah.
is like
Yeah, they said
50-50
the statistics
football.
like the
Basketball's
statistics
only
like
maybe
10 and 1.
7-30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like if your defense is raw, like
Yeah,
like,
you don't get that back.
They taking
You
that.
might score.
Exactly.
You might score off
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
But they not gonna
still,
let them get through.
They still should let them get a chance. You know what I'm saying? But at least one chance.
I mean,
That's
Hey,
how I
their
feel.
chance was the coin flip. They lucked out. They lucked out.
Hey, for real, man. Hey, so I mean, but we'll see how it go, man. This week is a lot going on. I know basketball going on, but we can't really touch basketball till football is going on. Shout out to KD, man. I hope everything good with KD. You know what I'm saying? I seen he got this MRI thing going on.
Y'all seen Harden? He's gonna be trying to look to. I guess he's gonna be a free agent.
Look, Nets are done, man.
That's not true.
I read it. I read it on the ESPN banner just before we got on the call.
I'm talking about Levi. The Nets are not done. Harden, yeah, I mean, look, he may want to go.
It's gonna mess up chemistry in the locker room in the playoffs. It's gonna mess up chemistry in the locker room.
Lot this year.
Y'all already got team issues. Now y'all gonna have chemistry issues. All right.
I mean, in the grand scheme of it, like if Kyrie get to come back and he's 100%, they can get some good pieces because they let some good pieces go to get some of these guys in the first place, like Dinwiddie and some of them guys who had left. Like, so they might get some. They might get some backfields that'll be good enough. Like, let James go. Where he gonna go by himself? He already proved in Houston he can't run it by himself. So where he gonna go to LA? He gonna play with LeBron?
Well, if he go to Philly,
I think he'll go to Philly.
Pretty good combo. I won't lie.
I want him to go. He should come to Portland. And when I said come to, that means yes that I am a Blazers fan.
Logging off.
For the
Logging off.
I'm
logging off.
What? Oh my Lord!
Hey.
I've never heard that in my life. Hold on, man. What's the chronology? It goes from Spurs. It was the Spurs.
Listen,
and then it was OKC.
It's an evolution of who I become as a man. So it just happens. But,
oh man,
that's it, man.
Y'all see them Heat though? Y'all see them Heat?
Yeah, they there.
I don't watch too many Heat games, bro.
No. Listen, shout out to the Heat, man. They doing good.
Yeah, they good regular season team.
Yeah, they.
Hey, but y'all seen what Josh said? He said that he deserved to have a starting role as an all-star this year. He said he don't want to be no alternate. He don't want to be no fill-in. I like that attitude that he has. Like, yeah.
Who said that?
Ja Morant.
I like him a lot, man.
I like him.
Yeah.
I like him.
How old is he?
Nice.
He's like what, 24, 22?
Nah, probably younger than that, I think.
21, maybe.
Yeah.
21, 22, something like that, yeah.
I think he just did 1 year of college and whatever. So he's young.
So yeah, man, that's it for the the other part. So we'll see what's up coming up. But hey, there's another thing I seen. Well, no, matter of fact, Mike pointed it out, and bro, like I couldn't even watch it like all the way like real good. But what's up with Mike Todd, man? Like I don't know if y'all seen this video with Mike Todd. And he on. Well, Mike, go ahead, bro, because you sent it to me. Like,
that was actually your boy Levi. Levi is.
Oh, that was
Levi. What are you talking about? No, you fine. Nah, I mean, shoot. Well, first of all, let me just backtrack a little bit. Mike Todd is a pastor. He has a church, kind of one of those kind of live streams and all that, goes on YouTube. It's pretty popular. People watch his stuff. He actually has a good series on relationships, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I feel like my man has been going a little not in the direction that I would like to see him go, I should say. And I think a lot of his stuff is becoming more of a I just want to be seen rather than what am I even talking about? Like, are people even grasping my message? And like we said, the video, is pretty disgusting if anybody has seen it, So, like I said, I stopped watching. I was like, oh, nah, you crazy. I know it couldn't have been me. It would have been some hands, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some feet.
Wait. No. But what happened, though? Like, because you're not saying exactly.
Do we find the video? Could we bring it up?
I was just saying, why are we not? I
don't know if we can do that in real time. We're not gonna be able to do it in real time.
Got you. Well, let me try and break it down. So he's doing a message, he's doing a preaching, and he's a guy that likes to do a lot of illustrations. He likes to do some stuff like kind of like visualize his stuff. And so he has a gentleman. I guess he said it was his brother, but I don't know if it was his actual brother. but he said it was his brother. So he has a brother next to him, and he's going on about a message about Jesus, and he's talking about the passage when Jesus uses his own saliva and kind of dirt, mixes it, makes mud and clay, and heals a blind man. And in the illustration, he actually takes his actual spit in his hand and puts it all over the guy's eyes and face, and kind of rubs it all over him. It's pretty now. Actually, the more disgusting part is it kind of like hawked it up. You know, when you kind
Twice.
of like, yeah,
made sure he had a good scoop.
Yeah, it was probably yellow and white.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Hey, I wanted visual. Y'all wanted the real. Anyway,
but what makes it worse though, like for two things, like first of all, it's COVID that we're in right now, so it's like that's not even like nowhere near something you should have done. And then on second part, like it was like I don't know how this man stood there like as a whole man, like in globs of this other man. He smushed it in this man's face, like, bro. I don't understand.
That's my thing with it, man. I mean, the man, what's his name? Todd. I guess he could do what he want, but I'm just trying to understand how he got the other guy to stand there and do it. I'm just thinking, for me, I don't think there's any amount of money you could pay me, man. It's not worth my dignity, man. That's just crazy. The man standing there.
Yeah.
He massaged it into his eyes and things. And the thing is, too, it's not like he had the dirt like Jesus did. Jesus at least mixed it. This thing was straight up spit. I mean, it was crazy. And I don't even know. I've heard of this guy. Like, I don't really follow him like that. I mean, I don't really care anything, either way. But like I know my girlfriend used to listen to him, and she was telling me even before this incident here, she was saying how some of the things she's heard from him lately is kind of questionable, and this was kind of like a revelation, like the stuff she was thinking and seeing is kind of coming to a head with this. So I guess he's been going down some path, and fame changes people, man. So
I mean, Levi made a good point, which I never even thought about that, where like is he doing it for fame? And I honestly, that's the only thing that can make sense. I'm assuming he talked to this guy prior to him putting his spit in his face and let him know, like, I'm putting this in your face. But I'm just thinking, like, why would you want to do that? Like, it would have been fine if you just had, like, a little water bottle. We would have got the illustration. Why do you feel like real spit? I just
shock factor. That's what they're going for. It's like, man,
because when you think you're big, you do whatever you want.
Or when you're big and you're trying to get bigger, you're like, man, I got to go bigger. I got to do more and more extravagant stuff to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
I've seen some stuff that this man did, man, and it's just, it is questionable in that short little, I guess you get TikTok famous and then you continue trying to go up higher. It's just, we can't go back to the days where it's just basically, it's just, take the scripture and you interpret it from yourself. It's like, they have to make their own illustration, make the world, make an impact to get numbers.
I mean, I'm not gonna be throwing my man, too many curveballs, because we would love to have you on the pod, but
let's talk about
it. It was just a little, it was just weird, man. And I guess everybody's different, but the part that got me is when my man, I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm gonna let y'all just talk about it. But
that's my thing. And that's my thing too. Like, I like Todd. Like, I like, I've seen his videos before. I like that he's a young brother. He, he's standing, he doing something that, like, he's not really trying to be trendy, so to speak. And he's doing his own thing. But my thing is like, for this, it's not even so much Mike Todd for me. It's this brother. Like, bro, like, what kind of conviction did he put on, or they, or whoever put on you for you to stand there as a grown black man and have globs of spit drooping down your face, and he looked uncomfortable. You could tell he was uncomfortable. And but it's like, my God, like, bro, right. Like, there's no way, like,
he will forever be that man that national whatever got spit in this.
Like you gonna get home and your girl gonna be like, "Well, you can't tell me nothing because you had Mike Todd spitting on
Yeah, what kind of a shade? That's how it go, bro. How you get respect like that? I'm
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a rough time.
I mean, oh no, but I mean, so that leads us to like our topic for the evening, man. Like life is truly a gamble. Like I feel that Mike Todd, not Mike Brown. Let me say his whole name. I feel like it might have been a gamble, like what he went for, because like after that, he was all on social media with the apologies, with what I'm saying, I'm sorry for 2004, and what I'm saying, all that good stuff. But I mean, it's a gamble. Like
my thing is this: he didn't have nobody to tell him like this ain't a good idea.
Hey, sometimes that's what a gamble is.
Man, sometimes your head is too big. That's what I think in this case. I don't know the brother like that. Y'all know him even better than me, but you don't do something like that unless you think you can. Like you said, Levi, either he want more shock value, or you just think you big enough. Like, yep, I can even do this, and people still gonna follow me. So that's what it seemed like to me.
I mean, but so all right, so let's get into it. First of all, like, because what I'm saying, like our podcast and our discussions is pointed, like, what does like for the Bible scholars like in attendance, like, does the Bible say anything about gambling? Because we talking about gambling, like not even just like the situation being a gamble, but like just gambling in general. Like, is there anything that we know of a position that the Bible says about gambling at all? Because I mean, I was looking. When I looked, I didn't find no verses.
It's an interesting thing. I don't know, because I don't think the Bible actually ever specifically mentions gambling, but like the word gamble, right? Or an equivalent, because I don't think it's there. Like, people search it and whatever, but I don't think that's a good excuse, because sometimes people will use that type of logic where it's like, oh, the Bible never talked about this, so it must be all right. And it's like, look, the Bible doesn't address you doing something on a Tuesday when it's raining. Like, it's not gonna be that specific, right? But obviously there's general principles that apply throughout. So in terms of gambling, I think it's probably not a good practice. Now, as far as whether or not it's a sin, we could talk. We'll talk about it and everything. But I think you probably should try to avoid it if possible. But again, it kind of comes down to what gambling actually is, and I think that's something to define. Because people have different definitions of things. Like, I know I have a definition for myself that I abide by that allows me to do certain things. So it really depends on that.
So let me ask you guys a question. So if you say like gambling, isn't gambling like you putting your hope and faith into something when, I think God kind of wants us to put his hope and faith into him? Like if you
I like that, Mike. Talk that talk, Mike.
No, I'm just asking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what gambling is. You hoping and you expecting this to go your way. If not, then you know what I'm saying? But there you go. There's a broad perspective of gambling, because you walk out the door with gambling. Anything can happen to us.
Yeah, I guess you're saying you're putting your hope and faith that you're gonna win whatever it is that you're gambling on. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
What if I put my hope and faith in God that He's gonna help me win? Hey, hold on, wait a minute. Don't think it's crazy yet. Think about it.
But I mean, I feel it, but it's like, okay, all right. So let's before we get into like all the different scenarios, like I don't think we answered the first question. Like, is there a point that the Bible takes on it? Because I know it talks about casting lots, which is a different aspect, side kind of. And then it talks about not having, the love for money, which is kind of different also. But is there anything about like, that specifically in regards to gambling? Levi, what you got?
Well, like David said, I don't think there's anything specific. It's not anything that says there's no scripture that says thou shalt not gamble. I'm not going to find you a scripture that tells you one that's going to say that because it's not there. But what I would say is, to go back a little bit to Mike's point, it could be a showing of a little bit of a lack of faith. It also, what I kind of also thought of is, I mean, if we look back in Genesis, one of the curses or things that was placed upon man was that he's supposed to work from the sweat of his brow. So if I'm gonna just make a hope that I'm gonna make a bunch of money off this one action off thing, I'm not working off no sweat or no brow. I'm trying to kind of have a shortcut through God's design. When he first had the creation, he gave Adam a specific task. He gave Adam specific things that he's supposed to have to do, and he's supposed to have to carry out through his actions when he followed Eve in eating the forbidden fruit. And so
hold on, hold your point, Levi. Do
my
you
point.
work by the do you work by the sweat of your brow, Levi, or you sitting in somebody's office pushing some keys? Like, what are we defining as the sweat of our brow? Like,
I work by the sweat of my brow.
Well, hold on. I definitely would say I work by the sweat of my brow. I may not lift a hammer and paint a house, but those directions that come out from me, so they got to come from somewhere. The guy that's painting the house, someone has to make those decisions behind the scenes, and it takes thought.
right.
It takes knowledge. I had to learn. I had to read. I had to do all that stuff to gain that knowledge. Once I gain that knowledge, it's okay. It's okay.
I think the issue with gambling.
Drop the mic, man. Drop the mic.
I think the issue with gambling, I think the worst thing in the world is probably to taste a little bit of luck. Because then when you taste a little bit of luck, you can continue to chase that, I guess, that rabbit, continue to chase it. And then that's where issues honestly probably start to fall, is once you start neglecting time with your family. And then now you starting to your checks, you starting to put that into the blackjack or whatever. So I think honestly that's where the issue comes in. Can you gamble and not be addicted? Yeah, maybe, but I think that's where the real issue is with gambling. Is it starts to become an addiction. It's something that you start to become, you start worshiping, trying to get rich off of gambling.
Hey, facts though, because I know some cats like if it's a in my previous seasons, like I knew some cats, like if it's a dice game or some gambling or a 2K game or some kind of something going, like it's a different kind of animal that come out in their eyes, and it's like some guys like really got like a whole like another person inside of them that come out when they be gambling for real, and it's like a demon almost. So it's like, I mean, to a certain extent, like it could be, something that can be out of hand. But so I mean, does
that tie into the scripture? The love of money is the root of all evil. So would you be able to tie that into gambling? Because what are they hungry and thirsty for? Money, right? I mean, you can gamble other ways, but that's essentially the main source of gambling is money. Trying to get money.
100%. I think that's exactly what it is, and you hit it on the head, man. It's this feeling that you get when you gambling, and it becomes addictive, and it takes over your normal tendencies, your normal thought process, because you addicted to that feeling. And it's not even, it's not even about even winning all the time, because like Michael Jordan used to have they used to say he had a gambling addiction, right? And he had all the money he needs, right? It's not even him trying to get more money.
It's always about winning.
Yeah, he just want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, it's not always just the money. It's just that feeling you trying to get. So, but I mean, it definitely ties in with that scripture, because I think that's what the purpose that they're trying to get you away from loving the money. But as far as, can you do it on occasion? Is that wrong? I think that, because if that's the case, we got to bring up,
playing the lotto. Is that gambling?
Playing the lotto, raffles at the church to win something, because these things have been brought up in the past. Because look, let me tell you, this is what I say, right? Gambling. This is what I believe gambling is. All right, gambling is when you enter into this type of random type of activity where you don't know the outcome, you don't know the probability of winning. I make that very clear, the probability of winning. Okay, now if you put a ticket into a raffle and then they spin the wheel, if you don't know how many other tickets are in there, you don't know the probability, right? So now it's a gamble because you don't know how much you're gonna win.
True.
But now let's say you play the lotto where you know how many numbers are on that Scantron, right? You can calculate what the probability is, so you win it. It's one.
You can do the same thing with a dice game, blackjack, though. You can
do that with the raffles too, like.
Well, I'm saying if you found out, I'm not saying you couldn't, but if you didn't know ahead of time what your probability is winning is, now it's a complete gamble because you don't know. But if you're playing the lotto, you know your chances are 1 in 100 billion, whatever it is. You know what the chances are.
Yeah. What about sports betting? You got a 50% chance you're gonna win, right? If you're betting on two teams.
Well, that's also true.
I mean, but then you could rely on knowledge, like, well, these people ain't playing tonight, so I know that this other team might be. But so I mean, that's a good point, though. So
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, isn't gambling you taking a risk, right? So if you get in a car, ain't you gambling? Ain't you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's different definitions of gambling. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think gambling, I think it has to do with monetary gain or some type of material gain, I should say.
That's what I was saying. Like, clearly,
driving a car, like you, that's a phrase, that's phraseology people use, like, oh, you know, life's a gamble, or you know what I'm saying? But that's not, I don't believe that's what gambling truly is. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, because I'm looking at the definition. It says gambling, taking a risk, an action in hope and desired result of good results.
Yeah, I mean, and like,
who's that? That's Webster.
Yeah, Mr. Webster. Shout out, Mr. Webster.
But I mean, DTA said it too. Like, it's for trying to get, like, material gain. So like, if it's okay, so if we establish the fact that it's a probability that you don't know the outcome of, and it's for you to get some kind of gain, then let's take it up a notch. Like, is relationships a gamble?
I was just
keep
about
it a
to
buck.
say.
Oh yeah.
I was just about to say. I think everybody gambles in life. I think everybody does. Now, I think what I think my point was gonna come to here is, and we actually mentioned it on a couple, podcasts now, a few times now. It all comes down for me is balance and moderation. I mean, hold
on, wait, because that's too easy. Hold on, but how do you gain balance?
Now I always gotta hold my point.
Hold on.
What's the point?
Wait, no, I'm sorry, but no, because if we talking about relationships, right? And where's the balance when you don't know for sure, like, if this gonna work or if this gonna be like worth you investing your time? Like, there's no balance in that. You gambling, period. There ain't no balance in gambling.
No.
It depends how you look at it. It depends how you look at it. Because if
I didn't finish what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, because
that wasn't what I was saying, but okay. That wasn't what I was saying, but okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Hold on, Mike. I'm sorry, Levi. Go ahead and finish. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you fine. No, you fine. I was just saying, when I mean it was balance, I mean, are you now, when we're talking about, is it okay to gamble in certain situations, in these type of situations? I think it comes down to, am I now taking the food that the money I'm supposed to eat with, the money I'm supposed to pay my bills with? Am I going to the casino with that money now? Am I spending all that money now in the lotto? Like, now I think we have a sin issue. We have a balance issue. We have an issue where you're doing something out of moderation, where now it's becoming a problem. Like, I use the example of eating a lot. It's not bad to eat, but it is a sin to be gluttonous.
But we're talking about relationships. Mike, take that, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
We're talking about gambling.
No, I'm just saying with gambling, like it's two different things. You know, yeah, you know, to be jokingly wise, yeah, like oh, yo, it's a gamble. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be with this girl, or you know, whatever. We don't know what's gonna happen. But when it comes to marriage, like you know, if you're talking about religion, like you anything you're doing, you put that you're doing it in faith. You know what I'm saying? And faith is a different thing besides gambling, because it's at the end of the day, it's like you putting it towards God, like you know, asking God for this to be a good relationship. If you don't, then that's a gamble. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't put God in it, I think it's a gamble straight up because you don't know what you're putting yourself through. You don't know who this girl is. You know what I'm saying? You end up something crazy, and it can you know end up alternating your whole life that God want for you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
True. What you think, DJ? I see you cooking over there.
No, I'm just thinking. Is it? Wait, I guess we're talking about if you were to get with you know, a lady, woman, is it a gamble? And I'm like, man, is it a gamble? Like if I know, like I did my homework on her, you know, check the family out and whatever, and I know that I'm whole in who I am. Is it really a gamble? Because in every situation, in every relationship, you gain something, right? So maybe it's not a gamble. Maybe you need it. That's something you needed to go through to, I guess, level up in life. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at it in another lens, just like you know,
Glasses.
because every
You
woman,
sure are, exactly.
There's the glasses, man.
Yeah.
every person that I dated, I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm kind of glad because it made me a little better, made me realize who I want, who I don't want. So I don't know. I don't know if I can say dating someone was a relationship. If you know that you are mature, I don't know. I don't know if that's making sense to y'all or not.
I
If
agree
you
with
know you're a
Right, man.
mature dater and you know you did your due diligence, you know, dating that person, I don't know if I can say for sure that that's a gamble.
Yeah, I agree with you. They didn't find you find out what you don't want.
Yeah, man. A relationship is not a gamble. But gambling is for material gain. Okay.
Yeah, I would
If
say
you're
it's
in a,
more so material,
it's
honestly.
material gain. If you're in a
Yeah,
relationship, you either win or you learn. That's what it is. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Either
yeah.
you got the right one, or you learn something. But I
No,
believe
you can
gambling is
win
material
or
gain.
you lose. Shout out to Dr.
No,
Dre.
I
You
disagree.
win or
Yeah,
you
I disagree.
Because you could date somebody, and we ain't trying to throw this all on relationships, but you could date somebody, and maybe y'all just ain't work out, but y'all you know stay good friends. Like I know this guy, he it's weird. He has his ex-wife that was his business partner, and he has nothing but admiration for her. But they just, for whatever reason, they just didn't stay married. But you could tell by hearing him talk about her, he holds her in a high regards. Like, you know, so I don't know. I don't think it's a gamble, man.
But you don't even have to be friends with them after the fact. If you don't even talk to them ever again, like we just said, you learn something. You learn what you don't like, or you learn,
Yeah.
how not to act in a relationship. What I think, I mean, I guess it's, I mean, if you end up out the relationship maimed or hurt, or if they try to attack you or something like that, I guess that's a loss.
Maybe I
That's
guess
pretty
he
bad.
lost. Yeah,
But I mean, in most cases, if you have a
got cheated on
breakup,
or something.
you just move on, but you move on with the lessons that you learn. So it's not a gamble. Gamble is material gain, man. Material gain when you don't know the
If
probability of
people use
winning.
it in a jokingly way. It's not really. Yeah, I agree with David. You know what I'm saying? Or DTH.
all right, so bet. So like what about like our investment portfolios? Cause we all got something, you know what I'm saying, tucked away on a smart device that we have access to that we check periodically. We don't know exactly like what's gonna win. If we knew what was gonna win, then we'd all be millionaires right now, right? So like what somebody talk to me. What is that coming into the spectrum?
I mean,
Is
Yeah, I feel.
investments a gamble?
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. I'm gonna give
Now,
you.
I was gonna say with investment, I think that it comes with wisdom behind it. I think Levi said, look, you know, Leviathan said it earlier. You know, like you doing it, you're doing it with a calculated risk. So, at the end of the day, it's not like you're throwing something into, you're trying to see what sticks. You know what's up before you go into it, and you're putting that thought. And I feel like, what I'm saying, that's something that God blesses with, the knowledge. So I don't know. Yeah, it can be a sense of gambling. It's just like if you were to buy a house and you invest in it, it could go the other way. But like it goes back to what DTA says, is anything with monetary gifts. So I mean, yeah, it's both sides. I don't know, but I feel like with investing, you're doing it with the risk. Like, what I'm saying, what your risk is before you go on anything.
I'll say
the
like
difference?
this.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna try to answer your question before we jumped off to another question. I'll say it's gambling when you do something like run after Dogecoin. No, no shots fired. But I'm just saying or GameStop or what was another one that was trending? AMC. That's gambling because we have no reason why these stocks are shooting up, right? And we don't know if it's going to continue to shoot up when you put your money in there. That's gambling. I would say like good stocks, and you don't. I wouldn't just look at it like stocks financing. I would just like you're getting a share of a company. So a company like Apple has a whole what's the word I'm looking for? Ecosystem, right? So they have the watch, they have the laptop, they have the cell phone, they have the little thing where you ask a question in your house. I forgot what they call it. Alexa? Is it Alexa?
No, Siri.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, they got a whole ecosystem. So that is a phenomenal business that is going to continue. And once they come out with them cars,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's true. I definitely agree with that because the more you invest, if you invest into that and you use it, the product, at the end of the day, you're actually helping the company. And I know you don't look at it like that.
Hold on, because y'all, we're talking for people who actively manage their own portfolios. If we talking about gambling, a lot of people have a manager take care of their funds for them. They don't even know what's going on. They just, hey, look, I have these goals, and I'm just going to entrust you with it,
mutual fund,
and hope that you get me
that's
there.
gambling.
So that's I think that's where we should talk about it, because for people who manage it themselves, it's a little bit different.
And then just to backtrack really quick, like the Dogecoin, like, you know what I'm saying, for all of our crypto fans, like I'm not gonna let them just beat up on the Dogecoin. Like it's not a fly-by-night gamble. Like it's a whole community behind it. You just got to be tapped in. Like, and there's big players like Elon Musk has a coin, and they're looking at paying some of their employees in crypto. Like, so, I mean, it's just a new wave. Like it's like anything else. Like until like it becomes like centralized, it'll be kind of foreign in certain aspects. But yeah, these. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just going to piggyback off what Daryl just said. It kind of also, it bases off of your knowledge, and to your question, you was kind of asking like, what's the difference? I would say the difference is how much do you know about what you're getting into? How much do you know about what you're doing? I'd give a small example. I mean, you'd say someone you could have two people investing in the market, and one person's gambling and one person's not. Now I'll tell you the difference. One person, the person who's let's say I'll give a small example. First Friday of the month is Farmer Friday or whatever, Farmer Friday. It's when like the banks release their statements or stuff. Release statements. They release a lot of reports. I believe last October. There was a report. There's usually an expectation, and then the first Friday there's usually a report. So the expectation was that there was going to be like this number of jobs in the market. The report that came out was that it was less jobs in the market. This was a U.S. base, and so it was basically, you could see it from that report that happened on that Friday. What does that mean? If you expected 700 jobs and only 200 jobs came in, is that good or bad?
It's bad.
Sounds bad, right? So you kind of would have a very good idea of what all the U.S. markets are going to do. All the U.S. markets are going to go down. You know that. It's not gambling. It's a fact. You know that for a fact because of the expectation, the report that came out. Those things it's going to happen. And what happened? All the U.S. markets tanked. All the U.S. pairs tanked.
Well, I mean, we talk about investment in a whole. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So somebody who doesn't know that and they're just throwing their money in the market and they have no idea what they're doing and they don't know stuff like that, they're gambling. Someone who does know, like, okay, I'm going to throw my money knowing this is going to happen and I know I'm going to be successful at it.
But you still don't know. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, my bad. All right, so like I'm just trying to answer your question answer your question with a question. Like it says, we saying that gambling is bad, but is investment bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because gambling and investing is two different things. It sounds like what we're trying to say. So what does the Bible say about investing? The Bible says a lot of things about investment.
Good things.
So we're saying investment is okay and gambling is bad?
Because that's
what I'm saying.
Because the parable of the men with the talents, right? Where he gave 110, 1.5, 1.1. He's like, put it so that it can make interest and stuff like that. But the one guy didn't want to do it, and that's why he was disciplined for that. But I don't think that the scenario you brought up, Levi, is also gambling, because I mean, the person who's looking at the jobs report obviously knows what they're doing, but someone who is steadily adding to their investment account because they want to build wealth over time, if they don't know that information, I don't think they're necessarily gambling either. They don't know as much, and they probably not making a good financial decision. But
so why would they do it?
Because maybe they follow a
trend
or a trend or a principle of just continually investing. Just continually investing. That's what I do. And then their accounts are set up in a way where it's diversified, so they're not going to get all their stuff wiped out. I think what I want to make a distinction of is, I think when you're doing something and it becomes an addiction to the point where, because anything that becomes an addiction is taking the place of God in your life, right? Because that you're going to put that thing first. Balance. So I think for someone who doesn't necessarily have the knowledge of the investing like that, because again, like I'm saying, there's probably more people have investment accounts who don't manage it directly than not. Like you and like us here, I don't think that's the norm. Most people, well, not even everybody's investing, but people who do invest, they're like, I know I need to invest. I don't understand everything, but I know I should do it. So I'll put money in every month or something, not knowing all the details.
That's gambling.
I feel like Acorn is a gamble.
That's gambling.
Well, it's not.
You don't know what you're doing and you just say, I'm going to throw my money in this. You're gambling.
Well, no, but I'm saying, because I guess I'm saying, like, if they had a manager, a wealth advisor, someone who's managing for them.
That's different.
Well, I'm saying, but they don't. Okay. Well,
that's not different. Levi. Stand on the point. Because if you have a financial advisor, hold on, and I'm gonna break it down, because that's what I was gonna get to. That's what I was gonna circle back to. Because if you have a financial advisor, like, they're giving you, like, even if you're getting the information from a job report, like, it's still not firsthand information. You still getting it from a second source that you're trusting to be trustworthy. So you still gambling, regardless. If you have a financial advisor, you are relying on their expertise to make the right decisions, but you don't know for sure if they know what the hell they're doing. You still gambling.
It's just advising you. You don't have to take it. They're just giving you the advice. So
that's what I'm saying.
You got to sign off on.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's different because it's smarter than just you doing yourself and not knowing anything and going into the market. So that's
but what I'm saying, but there's no doubt that it's smarter. I'm talking about, is it
it's
gambling?
Still gambling. Yeah.
Okay, yes, it is still gambling, but like I said, it goes back to that balance posture. If you want to say, I want to invest, and you're so addicted to investing that you're just going to do it regardless, that's gambling.
There's no degree to it. All right, go ahead, DJ, my bad.
I mean, I was going to switch it from the finance thing and bring it back to the game we all know and love, dominoes. Like, if you know the game, like that one cat me and David played with Mark, I mean, is that gambling if you know a game like the back of your hand? Is it gambling for you to put $200 down on the game? Yeah, we're gonna win this game, right?
I mean,
Gambling. Oh, hold on, bro. Gambling is, or
the point.
The definition Levi was saying is when you do your homework about something and you know something very well, it's not gambling, right? So what's the difference between you dominoes or you at the blackjack table, at the casino, at the Hard Rock?
There's no difference.
Exactly.
There's no difference. Okay.
Nope.
So gambling is cool.
No.
Thank you for coming to this
balance
game.
Balance of gambling. We all gamble. That's what I keep saying. We all gamble. Everyone gambles. It's the balance of gambling. How hard do you want to gamble? How intense are you placing your gambles? How addicted are you to doing this thing so much that I'm going to make this bad decision no matter what the outcomes are?
So you're saying
and that's
You're gambling, but I guess it's a bad gamble. I don't know.
All right, so all right, y'all go ahead.
Hold on, wait. So wait, because I think we got a couple different things going on here because we're talking about now decision making, like the investments and going back to we tried to pencil out relationships, but if we're talking about investments, we have investment of time. Anything that we're investing in is then a gamble. So I mean, like I think it's situational, man, because it's like, you know, we have a lot of different elements to it. Like relationships are a gamble, of course, like you said, stepping out the door in this climate right now, like stepping out into a Walmart without a mask, is that a gamble?
Yep.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Going to Walmart without a mask?
Without a mask.
In 2022, you go, not even Walmart. You gonna bop through the airport without a mask on in 2022?
Absolutely not.
Man, that's not gambling.
Hey,
that's not gambling.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't had a mask on in about 2 weeks.
It's a gamble, man. All right. We ain't gonna do the whole CDC thing, you know, post thing where like, you know, argument, but it's just you gotta understand, especially like you know, you made the point about the airport. This virus is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe you can get sick from it or not, you know what I'm saying? It's the fact that we live in a time where it's like mutating, like it has a different variant every day. You know what I'm saying? So how people and you gotta understand something. By the time they find out the variant exists, it already done hit like millions of people. You know what I'm saying? So, something going on.
Man.
We got, you know, but I'm just trying to say, listen, people don't have no discretion. Because you got them people that come up to you and they spit flying balls all in your face. Like, you know, it's that type of stuff. You know, you feeling like dude like Mike Todd, you don't even know it. So it's just the fact that it's a big risk. It's a risk, man, because it's a different time, man.
All right, so Mike said, hold on, wait. So Mike said it's a gamble. DTH, you firmly said it's not. Why you said it's not a gamble, bro?
Listen, because what y'all, to me, it sounds like a lot of y'all are saying everything is a gamble. Everybody, Levi, you said everybody gambles. It's just, you know, how you think it. Let me ask y'all this. If we went back in time and we asked Jesus, is it okay if I gamble? What do you think he's going to say? You think he's going to say, well, everybody gambles? What, honestly,
no.
What do you think his answer is going to be? Is it okay for me to gamble?
He said no.
He's going to say,
well, go ahead.
No, he's gonna say
he's gonna say something deep for sure.
Yeah, the scripture. He's probably gonna say
all right. But the true answer,
the love of money is the root of all evil.
He's gonna give a scripture.
Right.
That's what he's gonna give.
Okay, no, that's good though, because I think that just goes back to what I've been trying to say again. We talking about relationships and Walmart with no mask and stuff. I don't think that stuff is gambling. I think gambling is about material gain. It's not about if I go out to the store.
I see that.
Material gain. That's gambling. Because I think the closest verse scripture
but
that relates to gambling
is
for the love of money. No, man.
We're just using the word. We're just using the word gambling.
No,
the actual action. No, I get what you're saying. The actual action, it probably definitely involves monetary wealth.
Yeah.
So if it's in
it
regards
to me taking a risk. Oh,
Hold on, wait.
But you're saying there's risk in everything. So what you're saying is there's gambling and everything.
Okay, but it's
what we're saying is the gambling we're talking about is monetary gambling.
Right.
Wait, hold on. So if it's in regards to monetary gain, let's say like, boom, market collapse, everybody in the job market. Now you're looking for some monetary gain. You got to start shopping around, fishing your stuff around, trying to catch you something that's going to, keep paying your bills. Like, is that not a gamble? Like you trying to, get out there and stretch your stuff for the next employer to keep on bringing in that monetary gain. Like, is that system of having to work a gamble? Going from company to company, not sure,
like having one income coming in to gamble, you mean?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, to that degree. I wasn't going there, but let's go that way.
I mean, I'll say that 100% it's a gamble. You relying, I mean, it's a monetary gain, right? You're working, you're getting money. So you literally relying on your well-being of your wife, your kids. Maybe you paying your mama them note. Maybe you got to, chipping for grandma and them. You relying on one job, one person, one man to pay for the. I'll say that's a gamble. That's 100% a gamble. You can't. Hey, and that's a monetary gain. Hey, that's monetary gain, right?
Right back. I think we went right back.
Y'all twisted it, man.
I think we went right back.
No. But what I'm saying, hold on. What I'm saying though is like what I'm trying to say more so is like if it's for monetary gain and you don't have like how much are you pushing before it becomes like okay now you gambling to see like what's gonna stick. Because it's almost like if you're playing blackjack, right? Like I know I like to play blackjack. Like if I'm playing blackjack and I got 14, like I'm thinking like, dang, should I hit for another card? Let me see if this one's gonna stick to hit me to get me where I want to go. I'm good at 14. I can get me a little something right here, but let me play this market to see if I can get something greater.
So let me try and understand the scenario clearly.
That's a good question.
Is it like I have a job, I'm good at this job, but I want to be like I'm gonna leave to go to this other job?
Or you just want more, like like if you're good at a certain position, like right, like I'm gonna pick on David. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like David has a certain position, but he's back in school because he want more. Like, is it like monetary gain that he's already got, but now he's gambling because he wants more? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about for additional monetary gain, right? Let's keep it candid. Like,
yeah, I agree.
No,
but I don't think there's wrong. I don't think there's nothing wrong with bettering yourself. So, all right, in a sense of let's just take it back like to the market, like real quick. At a situation, you breaking down the market, but you have an opportunity to continue to let it ride, to gain more. You know what I'm saying? So that is in a sense of that's gambling. I feel like that's gambling because you're at that point. But as far as being in school to get up, upgrade your salary and stuff like that, I don't think God wants us to stay at a certain level in life. I think He always wants us to like go higher. So, in
a certain capacity, you invest in your time in hopes to get a position that you're not guaranteed. So there's a probability that you're not going to get it. So in the very bare sense of what we define gambling as, like that, once you hit that comfort zone and you good and you got money left and you still want more, you're greedy and you're gambling.
I still agree.
What you think, DJ? You shaking your head, bro. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hey man, I'm just listening, man. I like y'all heard me what I said. I think it is a gamble, but again, David said just monetary. But I mean, I guess that's like the macro level of gambling, right? Where you just relying on one person to pay you on the income, but that's if you get deep in the weeds with it. But I think it's a gamble.
Go ahead.
No. It's multiple factors, all right? I said the material gain only because we was talking about relationships and other stuff. That's part of it, right? But also it has to be what's the word? extra. Okay, so like earlier, DJ brought up a scenario playing dominoes. You know what you're doing, and you put some money down on the game, right? Maybe you win, maybe you lose, but you stop there, right? That example, I don't believe is gambling because you're not going over the line. You're not putting this thing above your family and stuff. Like you didn't take it too far.
So
It has to deal with material gain. That's part of it, but also when you taking it too far. I think
That's
it's
right.
the occasion, like again, a raffle, a church raffle. You don't know what's if you're gonna win or not. But are you doing that all the time? Is it taking up your thoughts? Are you trying to find raffles at other churches because you just want to win? Like that's the problem. You have an
or
addiction.
Even just sorry, the sidebar real quick. Are you so
What's the
like
point?
you want to win that raffle so bad that you want to like cheat and lie and sacrifice your soul for it?
Yeah, because it could lead to them kind of things. That's what I'm saying. So, but it also again, so it has to deal with material stuff though. Going outside your house because you don't know if you're gonna get shot or not, or you're gonna get in a car accident. That's not it. That's not it. It's got to be material stuff, and you got to be taking it too far. That's what I believe.
So is it okay to play dominoes or any card game and put money on it?
Not if you're playing against me.
Huh?
Hold on, don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all already know what that is.
I mean, nah, I don't think it's. I think that's the consensus. Like, it's not really an issue. It's just more so like, don't let it like become an issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Finding that balance. Like, so I mean, don't spend like. I could tell y'all stories, but like just don't spend like what I'm saying more than you need to on a probability that you're not sure about, and then you learn lessons the hard way sometimes that way too.
All right, so let's break it down because with everything like you guys are saying, like with this, it should be with discretion. What's the definition of discretion? Say I want to go play a scratch off tomorrow, I didn't win, but I got the money to go pay to buy 5 more scratch offs. But I only do it at a certain time of the day. But everything else I'm focused on God or focused on, what I'm saying? Is that wrong?
I think honestly, that's a good question.
Or hold on. Or if I just say, all right, I ain't gonna play scratch off till next week because I didn't win yesterday. You know what I'm saying? There's different definitions of discretion, just like gambling. You know what I'm saying? What is too much? Or you know what I'm saying? Because you guys are saying it in the same way of like playing cards and stuff like that.
Hell, I think if as long as you ain't spending your bill money and your rent money on your stuff and you looking crazy, then it is what it is.
That's a good measure actually. Like if your needs are taken care of, I mean if that's what you want to do. But I was gonna say, if certain sins everybody could see and we could know. Like if there's a murderer, like we know that you killed somebody. We could see it. Gambling, I think that's something you will know, and obviously God will know. You're gonna know if you gambling. You know what I'm saying? I think that point, like, you know what? I probably shouldn't do it. And when you make that decision to do it anyway, that's when you was gambling. That's when you knew you was wrong, but you still.
I like that. I like that.
I was gonna.
Because I can't be on the outside looking in like, man, he's spending all this money on lotto tickets, but maybe for him it's cool. I can't really tell. You know what I'm saying? But I think you will know for yourself.
Yeah, right. I bring it back to the food example, to the discretion part. What's too much food for me, probably not too much food for somebody else. So what's too much gambling, what's too much, for you, it may be, hey, as long as my bills are paid, I'm gonna use this money for whatever. For me, it might be, hey, as long as my bills are paid and I got $3,000 left over and I got whatever, that's whatever it's gonna be. It's different for everybody, but like David said, you'll know if you have a problem. Or you might not, and you might need somebody to tell you.
All right, man. That's what's up, man. We finna start rounding them out, man. So, hey, man, let's take us around, man. DTH, man, going into the year, bro. You gonna keep taking risks? What it look like?
Educated risks. I think there's no avoiding that, but obviously you keep God in everything. Every decision, He should lead you, and He'll never lead you astray. So that's the way to do it.
All right, sound good. Mike Brown, what it look like, bro? We gonna keep taking risks?
Educated risks all day, man. Like DTH said, As long as you know what you do and you do your research in it, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
DJ, wrap us out, bro. What's up? What's up, bro? What it look like? Are you gonna keep chasing?
Hey, if you don't take any risks, you're dead. I mean, it's really no other way to say it. As I got on the airplane, I'm looking at the airplane. I'm like, man, this thing is gigantic. I'm like, bro, somebody had to take a risk on this thing. You know, a little human, 6 foot, under 6 foot, whatever, put their mind together and just built this airplane. They took a risk. Somebody got in there and they flew off. Take risks, man. Take risks, but just be smart. Like they said, be smart. But please take a risk, because you don't want to be that cat 20, 30 years down the line. Damn, I wish I would have. Nah, do it now. Take the risk.
Hey, facts, man. Just to wrap us up, man. Like, we're gonna keep on chasing that bag, man. Gambling as we strike our consensus. Make sure you find your balance. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't do more than you can. Watch your pockets and your bank accounts. And my favorite saying right now is fortune favors the brave, man. This is Hold Your Point Podcast. Until